Peace, love, happiness. Like, you don't have to be that quiet now. Just don't be hooting and hollering like your brother. Don't be, ah! You know? Don't be doing none of that shit. Shucks. Okay. Peace, love, happiness. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. I hope y'all weekend was great, and I hope you have a great week. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I'm calling this little segment for any time anyone is feeling depressed or overly stressed. These are 5 things that I started to practice. I honestly just took notes of them today because I've noticed these are things that I do when I am feeling like I'm in a slump or just in a dumps and just down, you know? So 5 things you can do to find balance. So number 1 is just take a few moments anytime you feel yourself getting stressed out or even just getting sad. Take a few moments to breathe. So a lot of us don't even notice how shallow our breaths really are, and our bodies need oxygen. Our bodies need oxygen to function optimally. You need oxygen for a lot of things, like your brain needs oxygen to think clear and be more focused. So just having that practice of sitting down and taking a few moments to actually have a moment to yourself and breathe helps a lot, and helps you have a little bit more clear thought process when trying to figure out what's going on and what your next move can be. Second thing is drink more water. So again, our bodies are like over 60% water, and a lot of us, even me, being a real victim of this, is walking around dehydrated. So like, we need water to, again, operate and function optimally. So our bodies are set up to want to operate in these higher frequencies and vibrations and be in a good mood. So if they're not getting the things that it needs, like our bodies aren't getting the things that it needs to operate, it'll be easier to find ourselves stressed out or even depressed. So take a second to breathe, take a few moments to breathe, drink more water, and watch what you eat. That's another thing. Again, you are what you eat kind of thing. Like, that's a cliche saying, but it's very true. So it's like, if you're eating junk food all the time because you're upset, or you just went through a breakup, so get the tub of ice cream, I need to drown my feelings kind of thing. If you constantly find yourself in that habit, then it's going to be even that much harder to kind of get out of that rut and stop feeling so stuck in those feelings, because your body is now in the process of, okay, this is what I'm using as my coping mechanism to feel better. It's an instant gratification kind of thing, and we don't want to be stuck in those habits. So it's like, instead of reaching for a piece of cake, a donut, or even that ice cream, the next time you're craving something sweet or you feel upset, go eat an apple, have a fruit, eat an orange, something like that. So that way you're giving the body the proper nutrients that it needs and wants to operate optimally and in those higher vibrations of frequencies. And journal. This is one thing that I have now started to do recently, and it helps me immensely, because we can all feel like we are alone and lonely in the depressed or stressed state that we are in. Like, nobody understands what we're going through, or it's like we feel like nobody can help kind of thing. And as much as it may be true, because no one else is feeling what you're feeling per se, it is far from the honest truth, because we as humans, we don't go through anything alone. Like, really and truly, we may go through one or two things alone, and that's birth and death kind of thing. And even those things, like, who really knows? But again, another topic for another story, for another day. So yeah, just take the time to practice expressing yourself in a journal and getting those emotions out and releasing those emotions, because then you'll find the more you express yourself and the better you get at expressing yourself in writing, it'll be easier for you to communicate those things to people so that they can understand. Because sometimes when we are speaking emotionally, it's hard to get that point across where somebody can understand exactly why it is you're upset or what it is you're feeling exactly. So when you can practice writing it down, and things like figuring out what triggered you, why it is that you felt this way, what you wish would have happened, or what you can do or could do better next time. These are things that'll help you navigate and recognize situations when they come up, because we're not only just dealing with our emotions, we're dealing with other people's emotions too. And some people just may be feeling stressed or depressed like you, and they project it on other people, or they take it out on somebody else, you know? They may not operate the same as you do. I tend to just be to myself and just want to kind of crawl in my own shell and just say whatever. That's just how that's my coping mechanism that I use. So journaling has helped me gather my thoughts, process my emotions, and be able to communicate a direct response to what it is that I'm feeling and how it is that it's made me feel this way, or how it is that I can do better in responding to those triggers and stuff like that. And the fifth thing I would say, last but not least, would be reach out and use the resources you have. Please reach out and use the resources you have. If you have elders, family, friends, loved ones, anyone you can talk to, anyone you feel trustworthy and safe with, please reach out and talk to them. Because again, even with the journaling thing, the more you practice that, the better you will be to communicate with that person and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, and even recognize that person has maybe the same stresses or the same feelings that you do, or has gone through the same things that you do. So that way you'll be able to recognize who's a good resource to reach out to, because now it's, oh, I do remember this person was saying something like this. Let me see if I can ask them a question and see how they dealt with it, or see how they're doing or dealing with it at this moment in time, and see what I can do. So reach out to loved ones, friends. I know me personally, I think that the person going through it shouldn't always be the one reaching out. If we're friends and we're loved ones and we're family and stuff like that, we should be just having conversations around it kind of periodically. So just checking in, hey, how you doing? Like genuinely checking in, hey, how you managing things? I remember you saying you're going through this. How are you feeling mentally, emotionally, and stuff like that? These questions I'm seeing the importance of as I get older, because I've lost a few friends to mental health issues and stuff like that. So just getting out of those kind of, I don't want to say shallow conversations, but those surface level, let's say, conversations, and kind of digging a little deeper into the relationship, where it's like, yeah, like, yo, I remember you just got a new job, or you just moved, like, how you doing? Like, how you feeling living on your own, kind of thing? You all right? Like, is there anything I can do? Whatever the case may be, just really reach out and genuinely have that empathy for one another, to be able to say, yeah, like, I care about you, so I do want to know how you're doing. I don't just want to know what you're doing, kind of thing. And yeah, with that being said though, I don't want to keep this too long. So take a few moments to breathe, drink more water, watch what you eat, practice journaling and expressing yourself, and reach out and use your resources. Please reach out and use your resources. And before I do leave, therapy is literally going virtual right now. Like, we're in the time space where everything can be done over the phone. I know there's an app or a website called BetterHelp.com where you can literally reach a therapist 24/7. You can text them, you gotta sign up, subscribe, whatever, pair up with a therapist, and once you're paired up, you can text your therapist saying, hey, this is what's going on, right. Don't know all the details of that. I have personally used a different resource. I'm using Express Yourself Black Man. It's a platform on IG that I just gravitated towards, and it's been really helpful. So it's honestly, I haven't done any therapy sessions as of yet, but just the resources they have in there and the community of men that they have in there is very, what's the word I want to say? It makes me feel optimistic and very fulfilled to see that there are people like me out there trying to figure this out and processing in the best way that they know how and that they can, and they're reaching out and using these resources and stuff like that. So please don't be afraid, don't feel no shame and no guilt in having to resort to these resources, because really and truly, it's better safe than sorry, and it's only gonna help. It's only gonna help you. You may not think that, oh, I don't have nothing going on, Ray, and then you go and sit down and you talk to somebody and you find certain things that may have gone unnoticed to you because oh, this is just how we are, kind of thing. It's a culture of low frequency, and I'm not into all that, to be honest. I'm looking into raising vibrations and frequencies as high as I can. That's just me, and then living the best life I can in that realm. So I wish that for y'all too. I always wish nothing but the best. I got love and respect. And yeah, that's it. Those are my 5 things. Again, reach out and use your resources. Journal, so practice expressing yourself. Watch what you eat. You are what you eat, so you want to eat good foods to feel good. Drink more water. We need water to survive. We need water to live and function optimally. And take a moment to breathe whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or just a little blue. Just take a moment to breathe, accept it, feel it out, process, and let's stay as positive and progressive as we can along these journeys. So, peace, love, happiness, happy healing. Wish you the best.
Had to get that one off.